Hi everyone, I'm Truong Toothy from Vietnam. Today, I'm taking on a challenge, cooking dinner for my family of 4 with just $3, about 80,000 Vietnamese dong. I live in an apartment complex, so join me to explore the food and daily life here. This is the entrance to my local market. You can already hear how lively and noisy it is before even stepping inside, right? I live in a low-income apartment complex with a population of up to 40,000 people. So yeah, that means I have about 40,000 neighbors, guys. Going to the market every morning is actually quite stressful for me because it's so crowded. I usually go at 5 a.m., but today, I wanted to show you all the lively atmosphere, so I came a bit late at 8 a.m. The first dish I'm making today is stir-fried beef with mustard greens. So, come with me to buy some beef. Look at how fast the seller is slicing the meat. At this speed, she could probably slice a whole cow in a day. I bought 50,000 dong worth of beef, which is about $1.90. I asked her to slice it for me, and she even gave me some free crushed ginger and garlic. So I only have $1.10 left for the rest of the meal. Beef is pretty expensive, isn't it, guys? Walk around the market with me. Right here you can buy all kinds of fresh seafood like shrimp, crabs, fish, and squid. You can also buy ready-to-eat food here like roast chicken, duck, and pork. You can even buy clothes here for everyone, kids, adults, and the elderly, with so many different styles. I got a bit distracted walking around. Let's get back to buying ingredients for dinner. Next, I'm buying tofu. They sell both fresh and fried tofu here. I spent 8,000 dong on this, which is about 32 cents. Finally, come with me into this shop to buy the rest of what we need. They have a huge variety of vegetables and fresh fruits here. I'll grab a bit of green onion, pick out a few eggs and 2 tomatoes. All right, let's go pay. Wait, I almost forgot. I need to grab a bunch of mustard greens too. The total for the green onions, eggs, tomatoes, and vegetables comes to 22,000 dong, which is under $1. That means my total spending is exactly 80,000 dong, hitting our $3 budget perfectly. On my way back from the market, I bumped into a crowd of parents getting ready to take their kids to school. Some others were spending time playing sports with their children. Everyone is out and about on the busy streets. Here in Vietnam, motorbikes are by far the most popular way to get around. Nearby, a few people are starting their workday. Look at that man over there. His leg is disabled. But to make a living and put food on the table, he still works so hard every single day. The cars even patiently give way so they can safely get their job done. And this is a typical sidewalk in Vietnam. Every once in a while, they get repaved and upgraded. Working out here under the hot summer sun is definitely no easy task. Have you ever taken a bus in Vietnam? This one right here is an electric bus. It runs super smoothly, and the drivers are so polite. If you ever visit Vietnam, you definitely have to try it. Tickets are only about 30 cents depending on the route, and they operate from 5 a.m. all the way to 11 p.m. And these people in green jackets are ride-hailing drivers. They're also starting off their morning, and there it is, picking up their very first customer of the day. But not everyone gets lucky right away. A few other drivers are still sitting there, patiently waiting and hoping for their first ride. Take a look at this motorbike. At first, I thought it was completely abandoned, but nope. It's actually still being driven every single day. All right, I'm getting a bit carried away. Let's head into the elevator and get back to the apartment to start cooking. All right, back in my kitchen. Let me plug in the rice cooker first because I always forget this part. There have been so many times when I finished cooking all the dishes, sat down to eat, and realized I forgot to cook the rice. I'm gonna scoop out about 1 bowl of rice and then give it a good rinse. And the most important part, hit cook. I forget this all the time. Now, let's marinate the beef. Adding a bit of oyster sauce will make it super tender and flavored. Next, I'm trimming the greens and giving them a good wash, along with the scallions, eggs, and tomatoes while I'm at it. Now, time to slice the tomatoes. Do you usually cook for your family back home? In Vietnam, many people still think cooking is purely a woman's job. But for me, seeing my wife and kids happy over a meal I cooked, that's the absolute best feeling. And while I'm at it, I'll chop up the scallions too. Next, I'm slicing up the tofu. I'm planning to make tofu and tomato sauce today. Now that prep work is done, let's add some oil and fry the tofu until it's nice and crispy. While we wait for that, let me tell you a little bit about my life. I'm married with 2 little ones, a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old. Right now, they're staying back in my hometown with their grandparents. My wife is currently a full-time mom, staying home to care for our 2 little ones. Since I'm the sole breadwinner, money is pretty tight right now. I'm stuck between 2 choices: either leave the kids in the countryside with their grandparents to save money, or bring them here to Hanoi for better schooling, knowing the financial pressure will be so much heavier. Got a bit carried away talking. Now, let's move on to making the tomato egg drop soup. I'm cracking the eggs directly into the tomato broth and giving it a quick stir. Once the eggs are cooked, I'll throw in some scallions, and that's it. A quick and delicious tomato egg drop soup. Now that the tofu is fried to a nice golden brown, let's move on to making the tofu in tomato sauce. While I keep cooking, let's talk a bit more. In Vietnam, sending a 2-year-old to preschool is pretty expensive compared to the average income. Break it down. Tuition is about $160. Meals are $80, and extra fees for utilities, air conditioning, and late pickup add another $40. So that's around $280 a month for just one kid. Meanwhile, if my wife were to work, her salary would also be around $280. That means if both kids go to school, her entire paycheck wouldn't even cover the cost for the 2 of them. Now, let's move on to stir-frying the mustard greens with beef. Talking about all this makes me realize how sweet childhood really was. No worries, no stress. Once you grow up, there's just so much on your shoulders. This smells absolutely amazing, and my stomach is growling so loud right now. Finally, I'm throwing some scallions into the tofu and tomato sauce, and our meal is officially complete. And there you have it, guys. All 3 dishes are officially done. First up, we have the tofu in tomato sauce for about 40 cents. Second is the stir-fried beef with mustard greens for $2.20. And third is the hot tomato egg drop soup for another 40 cents. That's a complete meal for 4 people, all for just $3. Now come join me and let's enjoy this meal together. Let me give it a taste. Oh my goodness, how did I even make this taste so good? Now I'm going to call my lovely wife over to join me for a taste test. As for the kids, I'll feed them later. Otherwise, they won't let me film anything at all. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that follow button to support me. Now I'm off to enjoy my meal. Goodbye, everyone.